When you're standing in front of a bike trainer for the first time, the biggest question is always the same: will this actually feel like I'm on the road, or am I just spinning a noisy metal box? I've heard that a lot from friends who are trying to bring their indoor rides up to the level of a real-world session, and the fear of wasting money on a trainer that feels detached is real. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this video I'm going to walk through why the Tacx Neo Bike Smart Trainer might be the answer to that worry, and where it could fall short if you're not looking for exactly what it offers. First off, the Neo Bike isn't just another roller-type trainer. Its design puts the rider in a realistic riding position, which means you don't have to contort yourself to line up a bike frame the way you would with a traditional direct drive. For anyone who spends a lot of time on Zwift or trainer road, that matters because the geometry translates straight into the power numbers you see on screen. If you've ever tried a cheap trainer and felt like you were pedaling a stationary bike in a gym, you'll recognize the difference immediately. The Neo Bike actually mimics the lean into Theron feel you get on the road. One of the biggest selling points is the internal noise reduction. The trainer's motor sits inside a sealed housing that makes it whisper quiet, even when you're sprinting at 300 watts. That's a practical win for people who live in apartments or share a space with a partner who works from home. I set it up in a small studio apartment, and I could do a hard interval while my roommate was on a video call and nobody even flinched. The silent operation also means you can keep the volume low for longer rides without worrying about disturbing the building's thin walls. Power measurement is another area where the Neo Bike tries to stand out. It claims 1% accuracy and delivers left-right balance data, which is useful if you're trying to fix a pedal stroke issue. In my own testing, the power readings lined up closely with my power meter on the bike, and the left-right split gave me a quick visual cue that my left leg was lagging a few watts during a climb. For cyclists who are data-driven, that real-time feedback can be a game-changer, especially when paired with training apps that actually use the balance info for coaching. Now, let's talk about who will get the most out of this machine. If you're a serious cyclist who already rides outdoors and wants to keep your fitness level sharp during the off-season, the Neo Bike makes sense. The realistic road feel and accurate power data let you run structured workouts that feel like they belong on a road bike. It also integrates with pretty much every major training platform, so you won't be locked into a single ecosystem. The trainer is also a solid pick for indoor racing enthusiasts who need that road feel to practice cornering technique on virtual courses. The road feel feature actually simulates the subtle resistance changes you feel when you lean into a turn, which can help you fine-tune your line on a virtual circuit. On the flip side, if you're just looking for a basic way to burn a few calories, or you're a casual rider who only pedals a couple of times a week, the Neo Bike may be overkill. Its price point sits in the premium range, and you'll be paying for the silent motor, the accurate power sensor, and the road feel algorithm. For a weekend rider, a more modest direct drive trainer or even a smart roller could deliver the same cardio benefit without the hefty investment. Also, the Neo Bike's design is optimized for road-style bikes. If you have a mountain bike with a wide tire or a fat bike, you'll need an adapter or you might not get the intended feel at all. There are a few practical considerations that people often overlook. The trainer is fairly heavy out of the box, so moving it around takes some planning. I found that keeping it on a small platform of plywood helped with stability and also prevented the rubber feet from digging into my hardwood floor. The setup process is straightforward: unpack, attach the bike's rear axle to the trainer's quick-release mechanism, calibrate via the Tacx app, and you're ready to ride. However, the initial calibration can take a few minutes if you're syncing it with multiple apps, because the trainer tries to negotiate the best Bluetooth and ANT Plus connections. Once that's done, the system holds the connection solidly. Another nuance is the software ecosystem. Tacx's own app offers a decent library of workouts, but the real value comes when you pair the trainer with third-party platforms. If you're already deep into the Zwift community, you'll notice that the Neo Bike's road feel mode feels more real than many other trainers you've tried. But if you prefer a platform that doesn't support the left-right balance data, you